Hello. Hello, 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 hello. And good evening, my friends. How is it going? I have a huge announcement to make. You want to know what my huge announcement is? We'll be playing more Trails on this channel this year. That's a huge announcement. Nothing's changed, just more Trails. New year, more Trails. I know I'm starting like 20 minutes a little early. Because I kind of don't want to waste any time. I ended last stream not doing the bonding events for the current part of the game. That being said, I did go in and I did do the guys. I went in and I did the bonding events for the guys. Cause man, let me tell you one thing, man. Voicing these bonding events get sometimes I'm just not interested in some of these bonding events. All right, I'm interested in the people that I'm interested in. I really don't care that Machias wanted to do a remote controlled race with Usus and Reen. I didn't really care about whatever the hell Usus wanted to do. I don't care that Elliot wanted to play a little jam in the street. And I can't even remember Gaius's. Though Gaius had the... Gaius is an interesting character a little bit later on down the line. But that's not until, like, Cold Steel 3. But we have all the ladies to do. And I was thinking about doing Milliams last night. My friend sent me something. Oh, okay. It's just a Chainsaw Man Rize dance. Well, I saved Milliam because there's a chance Milliams could be interesting. Because she's from the Black Workshop. But thankfully, there's no like side quest this time. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah. Borderless gaming. Because this game doesn't have a borderless window mode, which, I mean, its borderless window mode doesn't really do anything on like the borderless window mode for that I get. Doing it doesn't really do anything. Even though I keep doing it. Let's see here. Turn the game on. And then click that. And then I click this to minimize it. Well, not minimize, but make it into a smaller window. And I click that. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me. I had to get up to get a pair of my pajamas. But, you know, when it gets to the Kiseki part, I like to say, Kiseki! Alright. As you can see, this was not the place I saved last time. And I have 8 bonding points instead of 12. First I need to grab some stuff. Let's see here. Oh, and apparently I can grab Instructor Mary's profile. I talk to her. From the sounds of things, you all fought wonderfully yesterday. It was quite a shock when I heard that the heard the particulars of what happened, but I'm glad you're all safe. Us too. Thank you, instructor. Are you sure you don't want to come with us? You wouldn't be the first instructor to come aboard the Courageous. We'd be more than happy to have you. I'm certain that if I were to join you on the ship, I would only be a burden. That's due in no small part to my family potentially objecting to my presence there and causing trouble for everyone. As inactive as it sounds, I think the best thing I can do for you is stay here and pray for your safety and success. Well, if you're sure, you're sure. We'll try not to let you down. I'd like to imagine that Rua will be safe for the time being, but take care all the same. Hey, and the same to you, same to all of you. May Adios watch over you all. She doesn't want to come with us. Oh, new recipe. Sounds like you had quite the ordeal over the Schwartz drop barrier. It's over now, though. It means you've got some time to relax a little. And you know what'll help with you? A cocktail. Here, I'll teach you. Don't worry, it's not alcohol. Woo, new recipe. Nice. You know what I should do? Daily goods. I should restock on my restock, pretty much. Already got that. Vivian Lynn in the same room. Wait. Are they in here? Oh, they are. Hello, Reen. Hey, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should just wear a shirt that says, I'm sorry about her or something. Aw, come on. I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other, that she probably missed all the teasing. But really? I'm just so happy to see you again. I was worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone, like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh no, here comes the tears. Wow, you're such a dummy, Lynn. There. It's great to see you two back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might have, we might not have ever seen each other again if we weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. Hey, you better. And since I'm gonna keep spicing up your lives at as the ship's sexiness officer, that's not a I don't think any airship nothing. Never mind. I knew you're trying to joke and cover up the fact that you were crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine. Let's just get on this ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? See you on board. Lynn was welcome aboard the Courageous. Log. Why do I have this? You won't even paint with mirror. What kind of job paints with books? I don't even like books. Here, take this off my hands. Hey. And I talk to Toa. Irene. Hey there. Glad to see you're taking it easy. You've earned it. Right back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break together then? We certainly are. Nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear sweet Toa. George is at the Institute too, so it's just the two of us. And it's about time I whisked her off to our own private little world. No, Angie, stop! You really haven't changed a bit. But in a weird way, I miss this. Now we just need Crow. Yeah. Our crew won't be complete until we drag his ass back home kicking and screaming. Maybe we should have some Ash to join them. I'm here and all. Huh, would you ladies mind if I joined you? No, not at all. I guess we'll have to pay for you since you're the bright-eyed first year. This is relaxing. The tea here is nice, nice for a working class diner, isn't it? I've always been fond of this place. Always used to sneak out of the mansion for some booze. I mean, relax, like to relax like a sweet and innocent young maiden. Angie, you weren't supposed to be drinking alcohol. Forgive me, my dear. Still, it feels like it's been ages since we were last able to sit and talk like this. Settling things with my father paid off. It really has been too long. Yeah, it has. Oh, hold on. Your hair is looking a little disheveled, Toa. But what is it? It is? But, well, it makes sense that it might. I guess ever since I started wearing the captain's hat, I haven't been paying much attention. That won't do at all. Your hair is so long and beautiful. You need to take better care of it. I know. Why don't I comb it for you? Would you mind? It's been kind of long since you last did it. I kind of miss it. You're so close. It's adorable. That should do the trick. Huh? Wow. Kind of strange seeing you with your hair down, but I gotta admit, that really suits you. You think? She looks surprisingly mature when her hair's down, doesn't she? Cuteness and maturity, the best of both worlds. She's such a queen. Okay, that's enough, Angie. Please, can I have my ribbon back? Nope, not yet. This is my chance to try all kinds of things with your hair. I've had a collection of ribbons stored away for the next time I got to play with it like this. They're right there while I go get them. Hold on a minute. Too late. She's unbelievable. I don't know, Toa. There's no harm in spending time like this together once in a while. When you think about it, these are the kinds of peaceful moments that we're fighting to return to. That's true enough. Angie and I were recently talking about how things would have been if the war hadn't started. If we were still at the academy, our time there would be rapidly coming to an end. We're second years, so this is the time that we really need to think about what to do after graduation. Oh yeah. Have you been able to give that any thought? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fortunate enough to have received offers from all kinds of organizations and ministries. Yours has gotten them from research facilities and institutes all across the country. And Angie seems to have a lot on her mind about what to do, too. What with her father, what with her family and all. I've got my work cut out for me, if I hope to be as good a position as you guys when I graduate. But you are still a first year, so I wouldn't sweat it if I were you. You still got plenty of time. To tell you the truth, though, I think the war has made all of us more unsure about what to do. Even assuming that when it does end, we're able to go back to our lives like they were before. I feel we have a duty to think about this country's future. Just picking some careers off a list isn't good enough. I'm amazed you're thinking of such a grand scale. Personally, I feel like I've got my hands full just thinking about my own future. I really can't compare. And that's not true at all. I think it's only because of you that we're able to see things like this. I'm sorry? Well, your class is a source of hope to all of us. It's only because we got that hope that we can believe in that we can even think of what to do when the war's over. As long as you're out there fighting to bring it to an end, we can believe that end will really come. So let's keep fighting together, okay? We were able to save Angie. I'm sure we can do anything else we put our minds to. You think so? What am I saying? Of course. I feel a lot better now, Toa. Thanks. Glad I could help. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, you're back. If you wanted to enjoy a date with my little Toa, you should have asked, Green. You're the only man I'd even think of entrusting her to. I would have helped set things up nice and smooth. What are you talking about, Angie? Angelica made her way over to the table and went right through work trying an obscene number of cute ribbons on Toa. Rian casually sat back and enjoyed his cup of tea, every once in a while cracking a warm smile at an increasingly flustered Toa. I like how we have stuff like with Toa or whatever, but she's like not playable. If I recall correctly. I think there's actually a quest where she's playable. That actually might be coming up. All right, where's Milliam at? I guess Yasengraf's pretty much stuck in the Rura Station for the time being. Well, better stuck under than under the Alliance control, right? Now that I think about it, I never went and got what I left there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again. Maybe I should tag along. It'd be kind of cool to take a look around inside. Mind if I join you, Milliam? We didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, I'd kind of like to. Well, I'm not stopping you. In the words of Fee, let's roll. They spoke to the RMP's officers guarding the station and were granted permission to step aboard the Eisengraph. Once inside, they went straight to the front carriage, and Milliam found what she was looking for on the engine room's dashboard. Oh, she left the bear here? Oh, it's a stuffed bear. A pretty big one, too. Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he? Gramps bought it for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission. Oh, he did? I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something so cute as a present. I guess he didn't seem like the type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim. Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything. Hey, while we're here, you want to go do some exploring? I bet the chairs and sofas in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried. Sure, why not? Still, we're putting the RMP out, remember? Can't spend too long in here. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. No wonder it'd be so ritzy. I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to conference in Crossbell. Oh yeah, Prince Oliver and Toa were on board that trip, too. What's up? Nothing. I was just thinking about how this train lost its master. The same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Iron Bloods have. Oh, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Well, nothing we can do about it, though. Crow's outsmarted him, and that's that. Still, can't believe he actually managed to kill him. I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so impartially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know? Why would I be? Well, when Dad was shot by that Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. The Chancellor was like a father to you all, wasn't he? So I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy if you need a shoulder to cry on. Oh, sorry, I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry anyway? Oh, it's from... You know what? No wonder I didn't recognize this quote on Kiseki, because I don't ever remember doing this bonding event. What do you mean, what's it like to cry? Surely you've done it before. Everyone has. Well, I'm asking because I seriously don't know. Wait, you're serious? You've never cried, not once. Guess not. I felt moved when reading books, and I felt kind of lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset as something that tears come out of your eyes is just kind of alien to me. How? She's never cried, ever? Well, she's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than they can count. Huh? Why'd you go quiet all for? Are you still down on the stuff with V? Cheer up, okay? It's no fun if you're all gloomy like this. No, it's okay. I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset. Enough to cry a lot. Just remember that. Okay. I still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep that in mind. I really like all of you guys, too. Oh, and come on, with how reckless you are, you're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Ooh, that doesn't age very well. Fair point. I'll be careful. After they finished talking, the two left the Eisengraph stuff bear in hand. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't do that one last night. Alright, who else is sitting around here? The city is so amazing that I almost can't take all of it in. It's not so much different of a city as it is a different world. Nothing is familiar. I know a lot of our classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area. I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. Yeah, I felt the same first time I was here. It's a far cry from Ymir, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, why not walk around and take in the sights? It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see. Sounds like a fun idea. And Reen, I know it's hard, but I hope things are getting better for you soon. Thanks, Emma. I hope so too. Maybe she'd appreciate a guide. How about I give you a guided tour? I've been here before, so I should be able to give you a decent one. At least, not at least a grade, but still. Are you sure you wouldn't mind? I'd love it. What a strange sensation. The idea of a moving staircase is incredible. True enough. This isn't the only one on the continent. Zeiss over in Liberal has them. I wouldn't be surprised if they were introduced at the same time. What's that big structure over there? That's an orbital generator. Apparently, they provide energy. They provide the energy that the town and its factories need to work. I've heard they had plans to make more of them too, or at least they had plans. I'm guessing they put that on hold until Rhineford Company is fully reorganized again. It's amazing that technology like this actually exists. It's like magic in a way. Green continued to show Emma around the city, focusing primarily on things one couldn't find anywhere else. Eventually, their tour came to an end, and they decided to stop for rest. Ooh, there's so much to take in, and my head's still spinning. Every time I thought I'd seen all there was to see, you led me to something else that was even more incredible. Well, that's the same way I felt the first time I was here. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, this places that look like this could be the norm. You may be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. That reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said, technology that is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic. That's one way to look at it for sure. But if that is the case, where does it leave witches like me? If people are developing new technology, it's embraced with open arms, but our equally convenient magic is feared as heretical. That's why we're forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from the people. Is that the only reason we exist? To fulfill duties that no one knows about, while the world leaves us behind? Sorry, Emma. I never realized you felt that way. No, not at all. I'm just... I'm the one who should be sorry. I didn't mean to ramble at you like this. You're shouldering a far heavier burden than I am right now. Another person's worries are the last things you need to hear. Even more so when my duty as a witch is to support you. I'm sure Grandmother and Celine would be very annoyed at me right now. You don't have anything to be sorry for. And honestly, all your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill some arbitrary set of duties, especially you. Really think so? Sure, you're a witch, but that doesn't have to define who you are as a person. To us, you're Emma, our class president, our friend, who just so happens to be a witch. Nobody gets picked at how they were born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life. I suppose you're right. So don't let being a witch force you into dedicating your life to fulfill your duties or whatever. Focus on finding something that you want to do. We're all here to help you do that. You know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their lives either. Well, when you put it that way, guess there's no supposing about it, is there, Reen? You're right. You're right. Thank you, Reen. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself, but maybe it's time I start thinking long and hard about it. If I run into any difficulties, though, you'll be the first person I come to for support. Whenever you need it, I'll be there. Where's Alpha at? Must be upstairs. There's Elisa. There's Sharon. Alphin's over here. Last night I received an invitation to stay here. There's still some time until we have to leave, I think. So I think of spending some quality time curled up with these books instead. Sharon's coffee can't be beaten either. In fact, pulling myself away from there may prove to be a real struggle. Maybe I should join her for a while. Mind if I stick around a little longer? Oh, not at all. We don't get any chances to spend time together. We don't get many chances to spend time together like this. Let's make the most of it. Reen could never say no to some of Sharon's coffee, and in fact, he asked her to make another pot for them. With that, he and Princess Alphin spent time perusing the countless books gathered in the library. This coffee has a really nice aroma to it. Doesn't it? Sitting back and enjoying a cup of Sharon's coffee engrossed in a book, I think I've found the very definition of bliss. Well, I can see where you're coming from. Never ceases to amaze me how many books there are in here. Even the variety of topics and genres represented. I guess Gwyn has always had a pretty broad range of interests, though. It would make sense that his library would be as diverse. Indeed, but that only makes it more difficult to decide which volume to read next. Although I must admit, I was a little disappointed to find one particular genre unrepresented here. Which one? Titillating tales of love, loved by fair ladies all across the Empire. Stories about the lives and loves of handsome gentlemen. Books that warm the hearts of all who thrill to their pose. Oh, those books. I remember you saying that those were pretty popular in Santa Shire too, right? The Courageous was lacking in that genre too, until Dorothy came and seeded it with some volumes of her own collection. So, does Elise, have any interest in those kinds of books? It's so much more magical just to leave the truth of things to your imagination. Talking about a realm created by the pure-hearted maidens, after all. It's not a place where gentlemen should tread lightly. Fair enough. I'm curious, but not that curious. Try to at least regulate your corrupting influence, though. That'd be great. If that's truly what you wish, I suppose I ought to respect your wishes. But teasing her is my most cherished pastime. So I'd really prefer to keep at it. I wonder if she realizes her struggles are mainly just for her entertainment. Still, teasing or not, I'm glad Elise has at least one close friend she can depend on. Oh, speaking of entertaining pastimes, I've learned a delightful little card game called Blade from Sharon yesterday. Perhaps we could play a few rounds together. That sounds fun. I accept your challenge. Do I get to play Blade with her? Reen got the cards and began what seemed like it would be a few quick, friendly games of Blade. I don't get to play it. As they played, things unexpectedly ended up getting fairly heated, and with each of them determined to come out on top while holding nothing back. In the end, the time they spent together was as enjoyable as the time they had spent reading. Now, this really is quite an amusing little game. It's nice that even an experienced player like me doesn't start at too great of a disadvantage. But yeah, the updated version has a lot more strategy to it, though. But you know, I have a lot of fond memories of this version of the game. I almost can't help but like it. In fact, Cro's the one who gave me my very first deck of blade cards. Oh, really? It was sad to see the two of you fighting each other, especially after all you've been through together. What is it that forced the two of you to fight like this? Well, ultimately, I think it's a battle of wills, and both of us are too stubborn to just give up and walk away. What do you mean? Green told Princess Alpha everything that had happened between him and Crow. As he went on dredging up those memories from what seemed like a lifetime ago. He went through a whole spectrum of emotions, and yet through it all, he had quietly and considerately listened until he finished telling her all that was to tell. It was a long fucking bonding event. You can think of it as a high-stakes game of Blade. Pro on one side and me on the other. Neither of us are willing to compromise on the things that make us who we are. Our beliefs, our past, our friends. And without compromise, all that's left to us is to meet each other head on and see who comes out on top. I just hope that while we're doing that, we'll discover where life will lead us and what to do with ourselves after this is over. Boys will be boys, I suppose. But hearing you describe it, I almost envy Crow's position. Why is that? Oh, I just mean Elise would probably think that if she were here now, envying Crow, I mean. After all, it's almost like fate is pushing you and Crow together. It fills my imagination with thoughts. Just a word to a wise, guys aren't too hot about being paired up with their male friends when they're not when they don't lean that way. Well, like it or not, I consider myself someone fully invested in this little battle of wills now. So I intend to stay with you and see how it all pans out. You're more than welcome to come along for the ride, Your Highness, wherever it may take us. That was a long-ass bonding event. Who's left? B, Sarah, Laura, and Alyssa. Well, since we're here, we'll just go ahead and do Alyssa. Hey, what up to you, Lisa? Well, I'm just checking the rooms to make sure everything's in order. Sharon supposedly put everything back in order now that Director Rogner's gone, but still. Can't hurt to double check, right? I'd hate it if he ran off with something valuable on his way out. Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy who developed sticky fingers. Do you want a hand or anything? I'm fine. Thanks. I've got a pretty good idea of where everything was, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Mother's more than busy enough now, so I might as well just get it done. I feel like I should help her out anyway. Are you sure about that? Sure about doing this on your own? I mean, two people would be able to get the job done twice as fast. What are you planning, Schwarzer? Nothing at all, I swear. Just kidding. Of course, I'll take you up on that. The two of them made their way around the Reinford household, scouring each and every room for a sign of malfeasance or missing property. Fortunately, thanks to Sharon's organizing everything the night before, it didn't take them too long. Before they knew it, they had only one room remaining, the chairman's room. Well, I'm glad to see that at least the rooms weren't a complete mess like they were yesterday. Sharon's done a great job cleaning everything up, and it doesn't look like there's anything missing either. Well, that's good news. As much as I feel bad for criticizing Angelica's uncle, Heidel Rogner must be an absolute slob. You'd think as a noble he'd at least pay a little more mind to cleanliness. I feel sorry for his housekeeping staff. Probably more than being a noble. It's probably more than being a noble. He thought he could get away with never having to clean anything. Imprisoning your mother seemed to have inflated his ego. You're probably right. Suddenly having power over someone he was never able to stand against must have been a real treat. Either way, we're almost finished up here, so... What is it? Oh, I just noticed something sticking out slightly from between these books. Huh? This is... Oh, it's a photograph of you as a little girl. Oh, and that looks like your mother, which would mean... Yep, that's my father. Why this is hidden away under her desk, though? Maybe she pulled it out, to look at it every now and then while she's working. Didn't want anyone to know. Honestly, I'm surprised, too. But here it is. I don't think there's any doubt that it's important to her. I guess you're right. Lisa put the photograph where she found it. Once their work was done, they treated themselves to a well-deserved rest. Ooh, that sure took a while, huh? I can only imagine how much of a task it would have been if you had to do it all by yourself. And truth be told, I probably would have just given up part way and just left the rest to Sharon. Thanks so much, Reen. For what, helping out? Well, sure, but while finding that photo earlier might have just been a coincidence. I doubt I would have looked around my mother's room if you hadn't been here. If I hadn't, I never would have discovered or realized that maybe somewhere deep down, she really does care. I think you would have, even if not today, you'd realize it eventually. She's your mother, after all. The two of you will always have that connection as family, like it or not. And I think the day will come when the two of you understand how much you care for each other, with or without a photo to show. I like to think so, at least. Talking with you like this has reminded me when we had our field study here. We had a little heart-to-heart about Mother back then, didn't we? In this same room. Yeah, what was this room, actually? There's a lot I'm really thankful for, though. I wouldn't have been able to free Mother or the city on my own. This is hardly the first time that you've supported her to help me accomplish something when I needed the most. So for all the times I was too stubborn to say it, Reen, thank you. I hope I'll get the chance to repay you for this someday. For everything. Repay me? Well, anyway, thank you for all your help today. I'm going to be going now. See you later. Oh, right. Not sure what that was all about. Well, I'd better get ready to head out too. My bond with Elisa has strengthened. What I have Laura, Fee, and Sarah left. He is at the Ruhr Airport. Heading back to the ship, Reen? Nah, not yet. I'm just wondering and trying to figure out what to do. If I really can't think of anything, I'll probably just go check on Valinor and then laze around inside. I'm exhausted after everything that went down yesterday. Me too. It's hard to get It's hard to get what happened to V out of my head. He might have been our enemy, but he gave his condolences for our boss's death back at the mine. So it's hard to hate him. He did, didn't he? Almost forgot. But I guess it makes sense that I'm not the only one who feels down on for it. It'd be good to spend some time with V since we're both here. Hey, mind if I hang with you a bit? I mean, if you think I'll get in the way, then just tell me. I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you like. Thanks, V. Huh? What's a kitten doing here? He doesn't look too happy. Maybe he's separated from his mother. He's not wearing a collar, so I'm guessing he's stray. Green. Don't worry. We got some time before we need to head back. Let's go see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Kitten in hand, Reen and Fee started walking around the city, trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. Celine! The kitten being a stray, they assumed finding his mother wasn't going to be an easy task, and they were completely right. Reen and Fee asked everyone they could, even Celine, and search for the missing mother cat that we fired their being. In the end, over there. So we found our mother. Yep. Even without knowing what they're saying, it's obviously their family. I'm just glad we were able to reunite these two. Me too. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. Nice to know his family won't abandon him after all. B. Carrying him around reminded me of something that happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle, too. What happened? We wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation's leader, so we set up camp nearby. All of a sudden, a Jaeger wandered into our camp, a girl about my age. Another Jaeger? That young? Maybe a year older than me, I don't know. She'd come from the Red Constellation's camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. Oh, is this... I wonder if this is Shirley. Hold on. She wandered into She wandered into an enemy camp just before a battle? That seems like an incredibly bad idea. We didn't attack her or anything. They weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with that at that point either. So the two of us just talked it out while we played with the cat. Wow, I can hardly imagine casual conversation with an enemy just before your leaders fight to the death. It's also kind of depressing to think that there are other Jaegers your age out there too. I guess we're not exactly rare. Oh no, I guess Shirley's a bit older than Fee right now, so it wouldn't have been Shirley. But she was really strong, stronger than the whole battalion in their core. It was like she lived to be out on the battlefield. Oh, maybe it was Shirley. But how old is Shirley how old is Shirley at this point in time? She's 16. Well, she did... I guess... Okay. Yeah, it would have been Shirley then. Fee did say she was She could have been like a year or two older. Loved fighting as much as anyone I had ever seen. More man-eating tiger than a girl. I think two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all Jaegers with the same brush. The more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. Bet she's okay though. She was strong enough that she'd be fine even if her family left her behind. That's another way we're different. Unlike her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more strength than just proficiency in battle, you know. And even if there weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as class. Maybe you're right. If I am, though, it's because all of you have been there to support me. There's no question about it. Hey, we're all here to help. We all help each other improve and get stronger, both in the battlefield and off. You've helped every one of us. But we've all still got room to grow, and at this rate, we're gonna need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah. You know, you got a point. But together, we'll get strong enough to get through all of this. I know we will. Their conversation at an inn. They watch two cats scurry off into the distance. Okay, yeah. Sarah's in Jackass's repair shop. Jackass is doing some maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elisa introduced me to him on a whim. But he seems like he really knows his stuff. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined daddy ashore about him, sort of like Gwen when he was. Then he'd be more my type. The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea. Green. All kidding aside, though, you should take this chance to make sure your gear is in good shape. There's no telling when you need to put it through some hard use. And it always pays to be prepared. Maybe we should take the chance to look around. Would you mind if I hung around here with you until you finish? Until your maintenance is finished up? Now that I look around, there seems to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he finishes with my gun, there's somewhere I want to take you. As it turned out, that somewhere ended up being the Nordia Highway. Alrighty. I don't think anyone's going to come barging in and disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it. Why'd you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. Pshaw. You've never been on a Sarah date. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me as we pour ourselves in this no-hold-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time, I'm not going to hold anything back, so you better be ready. I want to fight. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You only get my best today. I wish they'd let me fight some of these. So began their intense battle. True to her word, Sarah came at Reen with all the fury of a raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skills to bear, he was just barely able to withstand her assaults. How are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? Damn straight. The world's not a fair place, and it's not, the world's not a nice place. It's not a fair place. But I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. And the world takes from you too. The world takes from you too. I've almost lost count on how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own. Now, instructor. But I did whatever I had to do to keep on living, no matter what. And I stand before you now as a sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down over and over again, but if you rise just one more time, that makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. That's why I decided that everything life has taught me in the School of Hard Knocks, I'm going to teach to you. Not through words or lessons or fancy platitudes, but through battle. I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2, anytime. Atta boy! Let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? They resumed their battle, and intense training continued. Reen focused everything in the fight, fending off the instructor's Sarah's onslaught as best he could. After a long, difficult fight, looks like neither of us has the energy to go another round. Guess I'll call this one a draw, but at the very least, I'd say we got in some good training. Well fought, Reen. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. That was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But, just messing with you. That consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, but and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've got to get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though. I have no doubt about that. So keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, instructor. I'll try at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. You stayed and rested for a while. They got their strength back, and once they felt better, they walked back to Roar. That's a good one, actually. That was actually really. I think that might have been one of Sarah's best, at least in Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2. She's got a good one. She's got a really good one in Cold Steel 3 or 4. All right, and Laura. Oh, this is like my favorite. Oh, excuse me. This is like my favorite fucking bonding event here. This is my first time seeing Roar. I must admit, I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Reinford company's presence here, but I can safely say that they've been shattered. I think this single shop alone has more types of Orville goods than the entirety of Legram. I feel kind of like a child in a candy store. To be honest, there's so much I want to look at while I'm here. I go for some window shopping. Mind if we look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means, let's see what this place has to offer. This bonding event shows that Laura is very technology dumb. Huh, so this is an orbital refrigerator. I noticed there's a large one in the Courageous' kitchen, but I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. Now that you do mention it, we do have one on board, don't we? Being able to stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one myself for when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost? Maybe I'll consider. Maybe I'll consider one when my skill in the kitchen improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right, she actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. What is this? The design is rather avant-garde. They say they're called orbital vacuum cleaners. Press the button on it and you can suck up dust and crumbs. Oh, so it's like a orbital version of a broom, I guess. Oh, that does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. Laura carefully pressed the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think you're supposed to just turn on appliances in the store like that. Huh, sorry, I guess the curiosity just got the better of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. This button should do it. Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Well, it certainly seemed, he certainly seemed none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Irene. Don't worry about it. It's not often you get in trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'd be able to use all the appliances here if I had a chance to learn, though. It's just like I did with our combat ordnance. By the way, what are these? They're orbital washing machines. By the look of it, you put your clothes in them and they wash them for you. At least I had a few in her house from what I remember. Oh wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. Not again. My apologies. Which of these buttons turns it off? No, not this one. Maybe this one? Please tell me you you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss? Fortunately for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connections with Elisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. I can't believe I made such a blunder. Such a blunder, not just once, but twice. Well, at least you were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were born into the way of the sword. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like it's some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short, and I took up cooking in the effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got a chance to see the side of you no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, that's true, I guess. But you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know? All of us have roles that we're good at fulfilling, and those we aren't. We need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Huh, yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. All right, after a fucking hour and just about an hour and a half, bonding events are done. Let me save. Should I go check on Valimar in the hold? If I do, I probably won't have time to do anything else. Looks like the maintenance is nearly finished.
Upper rank you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy. Well done! I'm so proud of you, Reen!
Yay, we did it. Let me pop over to the next page. Oh yeah, I forgot there's 4 parts of
Greetings, my Lakener.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by a white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here?
Nah. Get a call.
Yes?
No nap
this is
for
Reen
you.
Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment. And an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
Oh, now we gotta deal with shit. Nobody likes G shit. Him and his goddamn monocle. The name's G. Schmidt. Shit. Not just Schmidt, I mean. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of the Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think there's any way to talk to a person you only just met. And besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped get you that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? You were the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldat? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Ordine and the Society's archaisms as a reference point. And then I designed the frame that could be mass-produced even with the Reinford's company's technological capabilities. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of the Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? You have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Rain. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it, and until he's done, and to hell with the consequences. The railway guns in the Guerrilla Fortress and the orbital wave jamming device in the Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. Navasa, thank you for the follow on Kick. Thank you. Unbelievable. Bah. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is sad. The sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users who decide what to do with them. You get it now? It's because I couldn't cope with his part, with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy. Oh, yeah, I totally get it, unfortunately. Alright, what made you come to visit the professor to begin with? Oh, but of course, that was what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get you some advice and advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar? Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice. Get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for...
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
George told me about what you were after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibilities. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zemurian ore. Ring any bells for you, Rain? I think so. You used that to make weapons for us, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it? Saves me the effort of explaining then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zemuria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned from developing soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are made of that very ore. Your Action Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you've figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Pro, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zemurian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore. Processing it will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only help yourself. It'd be nice to do if you were doing it'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the soldat, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought of it makes me ill. Bear in mind, Zemurian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design the finest Tachi you've ever laid eyes on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zemurian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. The advice Irene received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source. They could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Irene and George left the Institute and reunited with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. 1223. Touring Erebonia. Part 3. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting the beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the crowds like this feels wonderful. I can get used to this. But, wow, I can't believe how quickly you got in the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit between the two of us. Job's all yours now. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the position of Chief Helmsman of the Courageous, second in command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along. This good news is that we were able to liberate Ur. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would have changed in the process. Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander of the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Nordia provincial army, after all. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Erebonia, though. They still come out of top on the West. Right. Prince Oliver said as much, too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we're entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, but let's make every moment count. What up, Nevasa? No Kiseki streamer left behind. No Kiseki streamer left behind. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valamar's weaponry? Alright, how could we forget? Professor Smith agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Elisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to help if we find enough Zemurian ore to make the weapon. How we're going to get the stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said Valimar himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clan said that they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. That's an interesting name. I know the term from the old stories, much like anyone else, but I had no idea that the band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors, but somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly when. How curious. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered across the country, right? Oh yeah? Where the higher elements were active, right? Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long ago by the gnomes and to encourage the formation of massive Zemurian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amounts you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? Well, no need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling an ore. Let's hope so. We got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't going to scare us away. Right? Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it best to check with these, see if there was any new requests from Prince Oliver. And their timing turned to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. On air. From Klein and Hebel. Okay. Good old Blue Blanc. Bruising for a bruising. Kreutzen for a bruising. Imagine Eustace Albareus weeping for the safety of his province's people as they chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see the Hebel's with them too. I'm not so happy about the airliner going missing though. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore. Dangerous as it sounds. Oh, look at this one. Phantom Thief B? What's this? What's this about reading a letter? As if we have time to be concerning ourselves with the pathetic antics. I know what you mean. Really, but ignoring it might be even worse. We got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reen. I want to help look for everyone. Let me come with you. Of course, Fee. You're always welcome to come. I think Celine and I should come with you, too, exploring the shrines. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials would be difficult. Oh, they're not going to force us to have Emma? I mean, I guess Emma is going to be forced for the actual trials themselves. Hey, Reen, did you see the request from Klein and Hebel? Yeah, it seemed to be running into something pretty serious. You read the details too, about an airliner being hijacked and the passengers taken hostage? Yeah, this would usually be a matter for one of the armies, but with the war going on, they can't spare the manpower. And that's when the two of them decided to step in and take matters in their own hands. Well, if we can help, we'll be sure to go and help them out. Where did they say that they were currently waiting? The Isengard range? Right. Apparently, the hijacked airliner is being kept somewhere near there. I know their exact coordinates, too. So, let me just get them ready. So just let me know when you're ready to go. We'll get you right there. Getting Angie back in perfect health is such a big worry off my mind. Now I want to see Crow again. Well, I did kind of see him when you were on the Panda Girl, but we didn't get the chance to talk or anything. Sorry about that. Valimar and I won't rest until we make that happen, though. I promise you we'll make it back. We'll bring them back. It might just take some time. I can't wait. Until you do, I'll try to be the best captain I can possibly be. Now travel to the Isengard range. You can also fly to the 4 shrines that were discovered directly. Ignis, Aria, Terra, and Aqua. That's me, Aqua.
Where do you want to go?
Emily and Alan, where are you guys at? Hey, Reen. Hey, Reno. Welcome to the range combat training room. So this is where they assigned you, huh? You got it. We got a thing or two that might be helpful for you, and they gave me a perfect place to use them. Recognize this? Hey, a combat shell. I snuck a few of them out of the academy with me. I bet you they'll be a great way for your class to train whenever you guys want to go, guys and gals want to go up against them. So I set them up for range combat, so it'll be perfect for putting your orbital guns, bows, and staffs to the test. I'll be here whenever I can. So if you ever want to do some training, just give me a shout. Character note. This one's good old logins. Glad you made it. This is where you ended up. Taking over the training room, huh? Makes a lot of sense. Thought so. I thought so too. Figured the best way I could help you guys was to give you a chance to do some training. That's why I've got combat shells set up ready for you guys. They should be tweaked just right to use your close combat skills. So if you need, so if you're feeling rusty, come on by. Mallory really needs to loosen up. Feel a lot better now that I've got Angelica piloting the ship. Sure, I've gotten used to it, but it seems like she was born for the job. Arriving just in time, too. We've been needing a gunnery officer, so I've been thinking of taking that up. Sounds like a plan. Alan, cut the chit-chat and get focused. You owe me 100 thrust. Now get to it. Right. I'm so glad that both your mother and Angelica are safe. That the Courageous was able to help in rescuing them both makes me very proud indeed. Thanks for your kindness, Your Highness. I'm sure my mother will just be fine now since she has Sharon to help. I'll be doing my best to help everyone here, just like I've been doing all this time. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone in expressing my happiness about it. That with your mother safe, that leaves you free to focus your mind on on the others you care about as well, such as the upstanding Rain here. Wait, what? Your Highness, I don't. I mean, I'm getting the impression that my presence here is making things more awkward at an alarming rate. I gotta find Dorothy. Alright. I got a bunch of stuff here that Fidelia wanted to buy. I don't need any of it now, though. It'd be great if you took it off my hands. It's a shame that didn't have a chance to buy anything more in line with my interests. Where really is hell? Oh, okay. She covers books that I've missed. And I already have that. Already have the book for the pasta. For the pasta. Wait, we're down? Angelica, why are you down here? Angelica, wait, if you're here, who's piloting the ship? Calm down, Reen. Our dear Toa is testing the autopilot right now. Sure, I'm the helmsman, but I'm not a machine. Sometimes a gal needs to focus on her attentions elsewhere. So now that things have settled down a little around here, Toa decided to take the opportunity to run a few tests. Rest assured, once she's finished that up and decided on our next destination, I'll return to the pilot seat. Oh, that makes sense. Still, gotta admit that it's impressive how well you can handle any vehicle you get your hands on. They've repeatedly stressed how high spec the Courageous is, but you're already piloting like it's second nature. I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have the Courageous nearly well as tamed as my oval bike. Yet anyway. Oh, speaking of, let me thank you again for leaving the bike in my care. I'm glad I finally have a chance to return it to you personally. Oh, there's no need for that, my friend. I know that you've been getting quite a bit of use out of her. I even noticed a few little Reen-specific customizations on her last time I checked. So it'd be rude to ask for her back. In fact, I hereby declare you her rightful owner. Just make sure you keep treating my old partner well. Got it? I don't want what to say except thank you so much. Woohoo! Oh wait. All right. Before I do anything, I'm not wanting to use. I don't want to use my Xerin powders. There are 2 cryptids I can fight now. Alright, Nordia Highway 2 and the Isengard Mountain. Ooh.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
Go down to Ruhr. Nordia Highway over this way.
Okay, right.
Leave this to me.
There it is.
A worthy adversary.
Here I go.
Actually.
All right, let's do this.
Understood.
Leave this to me.
I'll handle it. I can do this. Light. Too slow. Now.
Got you.
Onward.
go. Got it.
Got you! My turn. Fall!
Purgatorial Flame. Oh. That's on Elise.
Here I go. Now, let's get this over with.
Right!
Leave it to me! I can do this.
I move over to here.
Onward! Burn brightly! Overdrive!
Wait. Yeah, I didn't think so. Fuck it.
Witness the
We
fruits
ball.
of my training! Howl! Radiant Lion!
Wow. I actually didn't think that was gonna do the rest of its HP.
Can't complain with you on my team, Laura.
I could say the same to you.
Alright. Agagarn. Searing Sun Gem. Alright. I need to do a side quest or two before doing the next cryptid, because I have to go to the Isengard range, and I think going to the Isengard range starts one of the quests. So second floor, infirmary. There is a quest in here. Huh? A letter. Alright, it's probably from Phantom Thief B. This must have been what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. Green took the letter, confirming the sender was exactly who he thought it was. Yep, this is him. Oh, what should I do though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. Let's start. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about the crime he's about to commit? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until later.
To my dear friends in Class 7, I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Well, look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. I continue to dazzle your radiance from afar. Ever dazzled, I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds that you share with one another, bonds which, today, I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching them from close by. To witness so rare a priceless occasion, I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates.
I hope you'll enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
Steal one of our classmates? Damn it. I have to I have to tell the others about this. There's not a moment what to...
Now, let the game begin. Dance for me a beautiful dance, each step replete with uncertainty.
That's him. I can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system, and even the lights. Oh, they're back on now. I need to hurry and check the others. Anyway, that's why I asked you all to come here, but everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. Perhaps that's the whole business with him. Stealing one of us was a lie, then. I don't know. He doesn't seem the type who would go through all this effort and then not follow up. Do you think he's already stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? No way. If he did, then the true master. If he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same to me as ever. I don't know if this is related to the situation, but after the lights came back on, I found this card in the Orbital Factory area downstairs. One of Beast's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? George handed Reen the card, and he began to read it aloud. The theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your number. So Angelica was right then. Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules for a little game. Reen Schwarzer, you shall take up the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you have I replaced. Allowing you a little more to make things a little more interesting. I will allow Sylphie to aid you in your aid as your assistant. Me? What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. Naturally, I have not taken the place of your detective or assistant, and not of your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of another of Class 7's members. I look forward to your struggles to discover which one is to your success. We're all potential suspects. I sure hope you didn't choose Emma. If we exclude Rain, Fee, and Instructor Sarah, that leaves 8 people that could be him. Aha, it's starting to sound kind of fun. Well, as long as you're not suspecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. Before we begin, however, I would like to set forth 2 rules, in the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. Questions must concern events that happen after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before or about personal information I could not possibly know is strictly forbidden. You may not consult with anyone outside of Class 7. That includes Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantees at the safety of your missing number. I would assume that by now, you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. He sure can fit a lot onto these cards. Toa, don't say anything that might break the second rule. Yeah, for their sake, I think it'd be best for us to keep our mouths shut and let them figure this out now. Indeed, we can't risk putting whoever he's taking hostage into danger. I didn't even realize Thomas was here. I guess I'm off limits in this camp too. Can't say I'm real thrilled about that creep is sitting here among us. Indeed, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Well, okay. For now, I think it would be best if we, for all of us to leave the room then. We'll be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. Alright, we're finally ready to get this started. Now we just need to decide how we're going to work this out. First rule is going to be a pain. The one where we can only ask questions about things that happened after we all split up. Split up after being on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be fairly simple a matter. True. I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday, for example, but all of us would. Which means that the rule exists so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. Give us a break. So which one of us is he pretending to be then? I don't really like having to doubt each other like this. He did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. You worked out something yet? I wish. So far, I've got nothing. How about you? Yep, same here. Maybe we should give everyone a pat down. But what? I guess it's not technically in violation of any of the rules. I see no harm in doing so. But don't worry. I'll handle the girls. Reen can do the boys. Well, I suppose it's fine then. You seem strangely reluctant. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean, you thought so? If you ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Although frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seems from your every pore. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous that to think any imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. Well, it looks like these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a bit sidetracked, though. Yeah, let's get on with these pat downs. The 8 of them split into 2 groups, with Reen and Fee conducting the pat downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do next? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up. Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimony stands as odd. Let's see. So, Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with Machias because he wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. After that, Machias was still taking care of some stuff, so I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the arch training room to see how the modifications went, and then that's basically it. Right, so you went to the factory, some weapon adjustments, and then test your staff. And then Machias was with you initially, so he'll be able to verify the first part. Gotcha, thanks, Elliot. Alright, someone else. Machias. How about it, Machias? Can you tell us anything you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area and hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. Elliot finished up first and left while I stuck and waited for my shotgun. About half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room, where I ran into none other than Eustace. We ended playing a fairly simple game of billiards, too. We were still playing when all the trouble happened. So, you started a friendly game of billiards, just like that. You're such good friends. What? We are not. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Machias. Alright, that's someone else. Can you tell us about what you've been up to, Eustace? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room where I sparred for a while with Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. And it was roughly 30 minutes, I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnitz wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Oh, take it easy there, guys. Seems to add up with Machias' testimony. Yeah, thanks, Eustace. Alright, that's someone else. Alright, Gaius. Can you tell us what you're up to, guys? First, I swung by the close combat training room where Eustace and I did a couple of rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was the first to get off at the 3rd floor. From the elevator, I headed straight out to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. So you trained with Eustace and went to the front deck. Thank you for your testimony. What were you doing during that time, Elisa? Well, I was hanging out with Milliam for a while, and we were sitting and talking at one of those tables on the 3rd floor. And after a while, she remembered she had to do something and left. And I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess Alphen passed by and invited me to her royal room, and that's it, I think. So you were with the princess? Thanks, Lisa. That was a big help. Alright, let's ask someone else. Milliam. So, Milliam, can you tell us what you were doing up until the time in question? Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Lisa on one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. We were just sitting there talking through. But then I remembered my bear. Your bear. Yeah, got him from Gramps. And finally, got him back from his train while we were in Ruhr. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room and plopped him down there. Oh, alright. Thanks, Milliam. Can you tell us what you were doing, Laura? I can, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge, observing the crew at work. Oh, really? Well, there's not really any point in inquiring any further then. Thanks. Can you tell us how you spent the time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep. She was. Celine was there too. We were both nearby when the lights went out too, so I'd have a hard time believing it's Emma. Right, he's got no reason to lie, but we are dealing with B here, so we can't be 100% sure he isn't Emma. What were you two doing together? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something, and after that we went to the kitchen. Is that checkout fee? Yep, all of it. Okay, thanks, Emma. Well, that's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. Well, you got a point. It might be good to get info about but what people were doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we ask everyone if they saw anyone. Oh, now that you mentioned it, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. What assistants do. True enough. In that case. You said you went to the factory area with Machias, and then you went to the arts training room. What happened to... Did you happen to spot anyone besides Machias during all of that? Actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Eustace and Gaius together and said hi to them. Alright. Well, I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot, and those I've already specified I met. As for me, I saw Lisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor when I went down there. Assuming everything I've heard is true, I must have been there after Milliam left and before Princess Falcon arrived. Right. Oh, that's a few people out of the way. Let's ask the next person. You met with Elliot and Eustace, right, Machias? Did you happen to spot anyone while you were about your business? I did, actually. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. You saw Emma and Fee enter into the kitchen, got it? I didn't realize anyone had seen us going in there. Same. Must have let my guard down. I don't need to feel bad about that. You were walking around the courageous, not infiltrating a secret base. You said you talked with Milliam for a while after she left, and then you were invited to the royal room, right? That's right. Other than that, I did see Gaius pass through after Milliam left. Must have been when he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though. Didn't see anyone else. Alright, thanks. You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left. Indeed, of course. It follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Fair enough. Not much we can do about that. You went to the reference room and then to the kitchen, right? And then Fee was with you the whole time. Did you see anyone else while you were wandering around? You can answer this one, right? Of course we did, yes. And while we were on our way, we saw Eustace enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. Just knowing that isn't conclusive. It isn't conclusive proof that Blanc isn't masquerading as Emma, but oh well. After you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right, Milliam? Did you see anyone other than Elisa during this? Nope, not a soul. Now, I wish I had stayed there, though, and then I had gotten to see Princess Alphen, too. Well, never mind that for now. Well, I think that's all we're gonna get. Okay, we've asked everyone that, what they did, if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Wanna go over it again? Yeah, let's do that. First, places where everyone started out were, if I remember correctly, Haley and Machias were at the Orbital Factory first. Eustace and Gaius were close combat training room on the 4th. Elisa and Milliam were in one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. Finally, Emma and I were in the reference room on the 2nd floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of 2. Which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. As for what they did afterward, though, well, we'll go over that now. Elliot left the Orbital Factory before Machias did, and then went to the Orbital Arts training room alone. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Eustace. Yep. After that, Gaius said he went to the deck on the 3rd floor. Eustace went to the game room on the 2nd floor, and that's right. And I saw, and on my way there, I saw Elisa alone on the 3rd floor hallway. That means that must have been after I left for the nap room. Next up is Machias. About 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory, he finished his business there and headed to the game room. Does seem to mesh with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yeah, then as I walked into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fee walking into the kitchen. As for Emma and Fee themselves, we started out in the reference room, as I mentioned earlier. But eventually we moved to the kitchen. I can't remember exactly how long we spent on the reference room though. But as we left, on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace heading to the game room. Well, that's everyone. Any idea who her guilty party is, Reen? Yeah, I've got a good idea now. You do? You're cool sometimes, Reen. Could you share your ideas with us? Your idea with us? Gladly. The one who's actually Phantom Thief B in disguise is none other than Machias. Why me? What's your evidence? Well, Machias said he saw you and Emma enter the kitchen area, right? But if he did, where does that leave Emma's testimony? You mean the fact that she saw Eustace enter the game room? That's right. Those two testimonies are at odds with each other. After all, Eustace said that Machias came to the game room roughly 30 minutes after he himself arrived. That's correct. Which also means, exactly, there was no way Machias could have seen Emma and Fee when he claims he did. It's not possible. Well, you say that. But what if Emma is the one who's in the wrong? It's true our testimonies contradict each other, yes. But why assume mine is suspect? Because Emma wasn't the only one who saw Eustace. I did. Which makes you our number one suspect. Indubitably, my dear Fee. Indubitably, my dear Fee. The doppelganger right in our midst is none other than Machias, I'm sure of it. The game's up, Phantom Thief B. Show yourself.
Well reasoned, my friends. A fine deduction, if I say so myself. You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
I can scarcely believe my eyes. He got us good. Ha! I'm impressed that you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such small inconsistency. Or perhaps I extended too generous a hand in helping you along, after all. Helping us along? So your suspicious testimony was deliberate, then? Bearish your cape-fluttering theatrics. Just tell us where Machias is. This game is over. Oh, such lively rejoinder. All I shall say is the narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
How did he do that? Never mind that. We need to rescue Machias. At least he didn't make the clue all at heart and stuff. Wow. Can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit that description. Go dig him out. Ouch. I only wish I would have been here. When I only wish I could have been there when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Machias. Stop! Stop gawking and untie me. The Maki is saved. Everyone else set about trying to find Phantom Thief 3. Unsurprisingly, he was nary to be found. Still, they had at least managed to avoid any harm in his antics, so for the most part, all was well and ended well. Receive Phantom Thief's cape as a farewell gift from Blue Blanc. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Have returned. I have returned. Now I have to start gathering students. Oh, actually. I need What does I need? Elliot, Milliam, Emma, and Sarah.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me!
Gotta do the trial chest that's down
Watch
here.
out. My turn. Here I go. Now,
Got you!
it's over!
Here I go! Ha!
It's my turn. Ha!
Too slow! Okay, it's safe for now.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Watch out, guys.
Yes, sir!
Na-na-na-na-na.
My turn. I'm gonna slice you up.
Now! Gotcha! It's my turn! Dance, flames! Aster flare!
It's my turn. Arcus activate.
Yes, sir! Lemmy, give me a hand! Down you come! Tripped you up!
You're mine. Leave it to me. I'm gonna slice you up. Now's our chance.
Gotcha! Of course!
Arcus activate.
Hut.
That this is like my first attack lost art that I've cast this entire run.
Here!
Thanks. Is everybody okay?
Elliot, Emma, Milliam, and Sarah can now. All right. I need Elliot and Gaius.
Where do you want to
I need
go?
to go to the Sashin Mount.
Where do you want to go?
Go
Leave
back
it to me.
Ruhr. Phone number 2. All the way over there.
That one's gonna be a pain. Careful.
Now, I'm pretty sure I don't have
It's my turn.
these two actually set up for anything, but,
Hut.
Leave it to me. Sow the wind. Reap the whirlwind.
Okay. Resound.
Overdrive.
Hut.
It's my turn.
Right. Now's our chance. We got a good rhythm going there.
And we didn't miss a beat.
yeah, get it? Because Elliot likes music.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
Alright. Time to collect students. Hugo. Oh, hello. Hey, Hugo, you here on business? You bet. I'm here to finalize negotiations on the deal with the Reinford Company. And while I've got the chance, on behalf of the Kiseki, let me thank you for your considerable efforts the other day. You're welcome. Well, sometimes it strains belief that you're just a student like us and not a seasoned businessman. Well, either way, this presents a good chance. There's something I want to talk to you about. Hugo told they told Hugo about their plans for the Courageous. Oh, I see. I expected you to turn up and ask me eventually. I'm certainly not opposed to fighting alongside you. After all, it seems that you've even got Becky lending you a hand. Then you'll come with us? Well, yes and no. I can't just hop on and board and fight right this instant. I still have my fingers and a few pies around here. In fact, I'm in the middle of settling up a commerce network with some like-minded individuals. A commerce network? You heard me. This network will unite commercial firm and businesses across Erebonia. Kiseki, with Kiseki at its center. And everything goes according to plan, I might just be able to do something about the stagnant flow of goods to Erebonia, into Erebonia. Or that's my plan, at least. It'd be quite a coup for Kiseki's head of sales to bring an idea that big into life. I'd say it makes sense for a man in my position, wouldn't it? Did your coming here have something to do with that then? That's right. But I'm done here, at least at the moment. There's still a few more places I need to stop by though, which is why I'm afraid I can't come with you just yet. Not until I've gotten all those boxes checked. Oh, okay. Can't very well pluck you away when you're in the middle of work. I wonder if there's anything we can help with. How about this? We've got our own airship. How about you just tell us all the places you haven't gotten to? I mean, you've been flying all over the eastern half of the Empire, right? One second, I'm looking at something here. I'm trying to make a very important decision right now. On if I should order food or not. Dude, I wish my McDonald's sold breakfast at like all times. Actually, I'm not going to order anything. It's a waste of money. In all likelihood, you will be paying those places a visit anyway. If you ask me, it seems sensible for us to take care of it. I think you're onto something here. Right, I think I will let you guys handle this. Great, so where haven't you been able to get to yet? Legram and Ymir. Those are my last two. I've had a chance to touch base with my contacts all over all of the other major locations already. All I need to do is to find a person representing each town's merchants and vendors and get them to sign one of these. Seems perfectly doable. I'll make sure that these get to where they need to go. Ymir should be a snap at least. I know the head of the Merchants Association there. And I think I know the person you're talking about in Legram. Well, good luck then. Well, meet here once you finish everything up. Sounds good to me. Shall we be off then?
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
Go to Ymir. Hey, Lord Reen. Can I get you something? Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Oh, forming a network with the big company from Heimdall, huh? That sounds like a pretty good idea, actually. We're having a hard time getting stuff in lately, but it's clear that we aren't the only ones. Working together on a common problem sounds like a great way to go forward. So that means you'll be willing to cooperate? I think I can have a look at that contract? Thanks for bringing this to me. Oh, and while you're here, come by and play with Alf again, if you've got the time. He misses you. We appreciate the cooperation. I'll definitely swing by when this is all over. Just leave the shop in Legram.
Where do you want to go?
Legram.
Full speed ahead.
Well, isn't Lady Laura? Is there something I can help you with? As a matter of fact, yes. Green told him about Clyson Code's commerce network. Oh, well, now, this is interesting. It certainly makes sense for us merchants to come together in times like these. Does that mean you'll be willing to join the network? Gladly. May I see the contract? Thank you very much. We appreciate your cooperation. Oh, I think nothing of it. I would never turn down a personal request from you, Lady Laura. Well, I wish the best of luck in whatever you're off to next. I have to hear about contracts. Back to Roar.
Where do you want to go?
All this backtracking.
Leave it to me.
Nothing but backtracking. Oh, you're back. Well, I take it you were able to get some fresh ink on those contracts then. Sure did. Here you go. Oh, these are perfect. Thanks for taking care of that, me. Now all I gotta do Now now that we got all the main commercial firms in Eastern Arabonia in our network, but with things as they are, the West will have to wait. In good time, though. We should be able to bring them on board, too. At least we're done now. Now that we got that taken care of, what you say? Will you come aboard the Courageous? I will. I've already made everyone at the company aware of my travel itinerary, so I can leave whenever you're ready. One thing, though. Could you give me a hand in writing with something, Rain? I'd like to open a shop on board, you see. There's just one other thing I need to do while we're at it. Sure, that's fine. Oh, there you go. That should do it. Make sure to bring the best of the best from our company. Perfectly fine selection, no? All that's left now is to use it to aid you. We really appreciate it. Hey, Hugo! Oh, hey, Becky. Ah, don't you hey Becky me with that cool attitude you me, man. First you decide to roll in out of nowhere, and then you get the bright idea to set up a shop right bleeding next to mine? Now, what's the issue? This is just about the only spot worth setting up shop in. I figured you would realize it. Urgh. Weed Bam doesn't even realize how worried I was. Setting that aside, what's the deal with the Wii network and cobbling all together under the rug like? No one at the Grand Market got told? 'Cause you're trying to cut us out of the picture, eh? Huh? You didn't you tell us Telegram and Ymir were the only places left? Sorry to keep you in the dark on purpose. Not for any pernicious reason, I assure you. Mostly so I could do this. Hugo handed the commerce contract to Becky. Oh, what's this now? Figured it'd be the easiest to hand it to you in person, since I knew you were already aboard the Courageous. And now that I'm here, well, I've got a network of Place & Co. and Celtic's representatives working closely together. We should be able to handle things far more efficiently this way. I see you had this all planned out. Ah, typical Hugo. Hugo joined the Courageous, yay! Alright, we gotta go to the Ruhr Institute of Tech. I gotta speak with a ratto. Oh, there he is. Oh, aren't you the students from Class 7? How's it going? Your name's Ratto, right? You're the researcher we met at during the field study here. You're one of Professor Smith's assistants, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, didn't we help you out a while back or something? Huh, good memory. It's good to see you guys again. I can't thank you enough for liberating Ruhr either. The number of reasons for me. I'll be in your debt. This keeps going up and up. I don't know about what still. Is there anything we can do for you? Well, you see, someone I know is missing. Actually, he actually goes to your school, but he's a second year, and I don't know if you'd know him. His name is Stefan. Oh, Stefan? I know he never mentioned being. Did he ever mention being in the lower class chess club? He did. As a matter of fact, he made it here with a few other store students. One of his relatives is enrolled here, so he ended up studying in our department at their recommendation. I'm glad he made it out of Trista safely. Where could he be going? You know, you have any ideas? I'm guessing he went to test his little gadget he's been working on. I told him to be careful if he planned to do going out. So I doubt we had too much to worry about, but you know, still a little concerned. Maybe I should go look for him. You mind if we go looking for him, just in case? I'm guessing Stefan somewhere along the Nordia Highway. And monsters are indeed dangerous out there.
My turn. I can do this.
My turn.
Oh. I have to bring Machias.
I'll handle it. No problem.
Onward.
Oh, we already fired Arngarm out here. Or Agnagarm. What the? That looks like... that is indeed Stefan. Don't come any closer. Goddess, please help me. Stefan. Right. Actually, I think his name is Stefan, not Stefan. Machias? Reen? Leave these monsters to us. We'll take care of them.
All challengers.
Okay. Here I go. Now, let's get this over with.
Right!
Leave it to me!
My turn. Sit. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Ooh, there we go. You aren't hurt, are you, Stefan? Oh no, I'm fine. Thank you for coming to my aid. I don't even have a scratch. Thank you, Machias. The rest of you guys too. Now that I'm not about to become a monster's next meal, let me say, I'm just as glad to see you all. It's good to see you too. I was praying you made it out of Tristol, all right? Same here. Another happy reunion. Oh, nice to see you two reunited. What are you doing all the way out here anyway? Doesn't seem like the safest place for a student to be alone. Well, I came here to conduct a test on a program that I developed at the Institute. I think it'd prove useful to you if you, so if I could, I'd like to get it finished before hopping aboard. Unfortunately, I ran into a nasty bug during testing, and now it won't work properly. It was when I was trying to fix that that the monster suddenly surrounded me. I see. Well, in that case, I studied programming a bit back at the academy, so I'm inclined to think I might be able to help you out. What do you say? Really, Machias? That'd be swell. Programming's not really my field, but I do know machines. Mind if I chip in? Works perfectly. Thank you, Machias. Just glad I wasn't out of my depth. Incidentally, what kind of program is it? It's a database system to gather info in combat situations. Not to blow my own trumpet, but it's pretty useful if you can pull up anything stored in this little guy instantly. Wow, recording combat statistics. Does sound rather convenient. And knowing's half the battle. I tried inputting the data from the fight you just had, and it looks like it'll work great. Sorry I had to put you through put you out to finish things, but thank you. We ended up being a huge success. I'll have to go let Rado know about this right away. Let's head back to the Institute then. Alright, thank you so much for all you've done for me. Now I'm gonna do my best to support my fellow Academy students. I put the database system you made into a memory quartz. All you need to do is install it into one of the Courageous' computers, and you'll be good to go. This will sure come in handy. It'll be great to have you with us, Stefan. Let's work together to take back to the academy. After bidding farewell, Rado returned to his lab, and Stefan is welcomed back on the Courageous. Add him up. Party!
My turn. Right.
My turn.
Next, we're gonna grab Kenneth. Or hopefully we'll grab Kenneth. Where's he at?
Please, take care around that one.
Oh. Huh? Reen, is that you? Kenneth, this is where you've been. Oh man, I'm so glad to see you're safe. What have you been doing all this time? We didn't see you around here when we were heading to Ruhr. Well, I haven't been here for long. I've got some stories for you, though. I left the academy as soon as the war broke out, of course. Well, I guess I could have gone back home after that, but I didn't really feel like it. So instead, I've just been wandering the places unaffected by the war, living off the fish I catch. I can't think of many who would lead the happy life of a fisherman during the time of Civil War. Gutsy move. Anyway, I'm glad we ran into you. Would you be willing to join us? We could really use your help. Annabelle's been worried sick about you this whole time, too. Not really. I never would have guessed you were the ones on the Courageous. Well, it's an appealing offer, and I am pretty worried about Annabelle. But I can't right now. There's something I need to do here first. What's that? Here to fill us in? Well, in a nutshell, something really important fell into this river. And it would be pretty bad, which would be pretty bad in and of itself, but a fish just so happened to be swimming by and swallowed it. I want to catch it. I want to catch that fish and get it back. Oh. Yeah, but I'll catch it. I'll be staying here, right here, until I do. Once I've done that, though, I'll come join you. How about that? Well, I could try to help you catch it. Remember, I know how to fish. And we're bound to increase our odds catching with two fishermen, right? You made it? Oh, thanks. The gluttonous bass. Looking for a gluttonous bass, boys?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Caught one.
Kenneth, look, this fish had a necklace in its mouth. Oh, nice work, Reen. You caught it. You caught our fish way faster than I expected. Mind if I take a closer look? Oh, this is it. This is her necklace. Well, I'm so happy I was able to recover it. Or that you were able to. Who's her? I was under the impression that we were looking for something of yours. Oh, I thought I told you already. I guess not. It's Annabelle's. Annabelle's? Yeah, right. It's a memento of her grandmother. She dropped it in the river while we were running away. So I thought I'd come back to see if I could find it for her. Well, that's awfully ambitious. Aw, how sweet. Still, I couldn't be happier that you caught this for me. I'd better go give it back to her, shouldn't I? Well, hop on the Courageous. We'll give you a lift. we'll be in Ymir before you know it. Heh, when you put it like that. Yes, this is it. This is my grandmother's necklace. Ah, what a relief. That takes care of that then. Mission complete. Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you. Green's the one who deserves all of the thanks. He was the one who caught the fish. Yeah, had swallowed it. It was honestly just luck that I caught it before you did. I bet if we hadn't shown up when we did, you'd have caught it yourself fine without me. I'd like to believe I would have, at least. Regardless, with this necklace, I am now free to leave here whenever I wish. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for your advice too, Kenneth. I didn't do nothing major, honestly. I hope you managed to sort out this whole engagement issue, though. Yes, so do I. Sounds like it's a personal matter that we shouldn't intrude. Anyway, I guess this means it's finally time for me to join you guys on the Courageous. I've got to repay you for all that you've done for me after all that. Happy to have you with us. I have so many angler points. They don't give you, like... Oh. I don't give you too many cool things. I will, however. I need to see what Hugo has for us. Ayo? Yeah, my guy does have some pretty good stuff. Fucking evergreens galore I could buy from him. That's so much Sepith mass. I had so much fucking Sepith mass. Now I'm more swimming in it than I was. Alright. I need to...
Where do you want to go?
I need to put Millium in my party.
Where do you want to go?
The short drop
Leave
barrier.
it to me.
Oh, you came to visit me. Oh, you came to visit me again. How chivalrous of you. No, I'm glad to see you're still hanging in there, Margarita. I was a little worried when, given the massive battle that just took place here. Hey, I witnessed the whole thing. It was truly a stunning sight. Even that knight of yours were, dare I say, dashing. Oh, I'm not quite as dashing as my one and only Vincent, of course. Thanks, who is really? Well, when will we finally be able to see each other again? I think of him every moment of every day, and yet cruel fate continues to tear us apart. When did you turn into a big old damsel in distress? This isn't the Margarita I know. The Margarita I knew was fun. Fun? Just what are you implying? Well, first of all, the Margarita I know never gives up, and when she sees something she wants, she takes it. I mean, none of your other friends ever mixed shady drugs in the food just to get people to fall for them. And no one else spent an entire day stalking guys they liked and blocking their escape routes. She's the kind of girl who jump into hell and take the place over the second if she thought Vincent was hiding down there. But wait, is this a list of crimes supposed to be a pep talk? Anyway, you see what I mean? That's the Margarita I know from back at Thor's. But now I see this Margarita sitting around waiting for Vincent to come to her. That's no fun at all. But I guess that's none of my business. I'm just a bit let down is all. You know, you're absolutely right. Love is a battle, a bloody, protracted, no-holds-barred battle. And that you have to fight for yourself. I don't like where this is going. Consider yourselves lucky. From this day forth, I will be by your side, offering my valuable assistance. I'll go out and hunt down my beloved Vincent myself. Then I'll never, ever let him escape my embrace again. There she is. There's the Margarita I know. Glad to have you back. See? See? You're already way more fun. Oh no, Milliam's reawakened the beast. I'm sorry, Vincent. I'll keep you in my prayers. Margarita has boarded the courageous. Alright, Rex is standing out here. Well, got the RMP that dropped me off at Roar and made my way down here to check on things. Sounds like a battle was pretty wild. I'm surprised you guys made it out of there with all your fingers and toes. You guys are straight up miracle workers. Wish I could say that's true. Something happened. Hey, I'm not gonna pry or anything, but just don't let it get you too down. If it cheer you up, I could show you my top secret cuties of the RMP collection. I don't even want to know why you have something like that in the first place. Tin Mirror says he's got some pics of Claire in there. Who could blame him, really? I appreciate the thought, but maybe you should keep that hidden. That might be a good idea, but I do have something you could look at in public. Check out this novel I read. It'd be amazing. You'd be amazed how quick of a book it can make. How quick a book can make the time go by when you're traveling. I'll take you up on that. Kitchen. What's up, Nicholas? With Margarita on board, the cooking club's finally whole once again. With any luck, we'll be able to start cooking all sorts of new and exciting dishes again. When you let Margarita and Milliam run free in the kitchen, you get some really unusual, fascinating stuff. I'd rather stick to the usual and uninteresting, thanks. Alright, let's see here. I have recipes. How much you want to bet?
I've got this.
She makes the best one.
Cooking's just one of mine.
Yep. Should have another one. Maybe not. Wow. I wonder who I need to make the bad one. You know what? I'm gonna say use this. No, wow, Eustace actually makes a good one. All right. Then Elliot. There we go.
I hope this turns out okay. Okay, it's all ready. I'm, kinda lost for words.
Blue liquid. Oh, Reen. You couldn't have come at a better time. What's up? Something I can help you with? I'm glad you asked. While you're cooking, do you ever find yourselves producing dishes that might seem peculiar in some, passiers? If you do, don't just toss them out. I want them. The more the better. Do I want to know why you want them? What else? They're part of my training to become the ultimate bride. One day, I'll need to cook my husband a meal that's chock full of love. And it's never too early to start practicing. In order to properly fill my cooking with love, I want to sample the food that dares to be different. Sensible, no? If you say so. But this isn't solely for my future husband's benefit. It will teach me how to make a wider variety of meals. When I'm helping out in the Courageous' kitchen, too. What do you say, please? Can you do this for cute little me, can't you? If I agree to help, could you promise never to talk to me like that ever again? I can't imagine this will be worth our time, but I'm not the kind of guy who turns down a chance to help someone. If I run into any peculiar dishes, I'll bring them straight to you. Thank you kindly. Let's see here. Did I give her the explosive omelet?
Okay, let's give this a try. There we go. Not what I had.
All right, let's get started. Huh? It's Fee's Cooking Power Hour.
It's Fee's Cooking Power Hour.
Yay, it's ready. You can try.
Okay, I don't have anything new. All right, I've given her everything I had. All right, what's next? What's this trial chest? All right. Trying to debate because I want to end at 3. Yeah, I'm gonna end right here actually. I know we didn't do much in the way of story. Because this part of the chapter is like a lot of cleaning up stuff. But when I stream tomorrow, this part of the chapter was always going to be split up into at least 2 streams. When I start up tomorrow, we will do the next quest. And then I'll be able to fight the last cryptid, or well, technically the second to last cryptid, but yeah. And then we can work, and then the other quest, and then we can work on shrines. Yeah. Yeah, because this is this is a lot of running around. Actually, you know, to be fair, this part of the chapter might end up being 3 streams. We'll see. I might be able to get a lot of the stuff done tomorrow, since it's no more like running around grabbing people and everything. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you for everyone that hung out. Thank you to my new kick follower, Navasa. I'm gonna end tonight, and I'll be live again same time tomorrow, to where we can hopefully finish up this part of the. If we finish up this, well, no, because there's a part 4. But yeah. Yeah. We'll be doing that part, and then we'll be able to work on part 4 of Act 2, and then we'll be in the finale. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.